I just want to let people
Problem.
know I have a shit ton of land in India. I have like hereditary land in India. Like my dad, for some reason, he never bro. I lived in a one bedroom apartment with my parents and my brother for like ever. Because my dad was always like, no, no, we are not going to stay here forever. You will see one day we will move back. And I'm like, Dad, could I please just have my own room? Like hook me up, brother. He's like, no, I'm buying land in India. And like, bro, the land in India is gone like 10x. Like, I'll grant him. Like, when he told me that buying land and shit in 2008, I was like, this dude's crazy, man. But
And it was
he
cheap,
did it.
right?
Oh, dude, he got it super cheap compared to what the prices are now. They're building like India right now is growing like China was in
I
1990s and
heard.
early 2000s. Like they're building a semiconductor factory in like near where our ancestral home is, and India is just developing like crazy right now. So my dad's in India right now, by the way, and he calls me like, look at their development. And he's just showing me like a road. Like, bro, we've got roads everywhere. Like, this is not a big thing. It's like you don't understand. Roads are important for economy. I was like, all right, Dad, I get it. Cool.
Are you? So what are you gonna do, bro? You're gonna build a Taj Mahal?
Nah, bro, I'm just saying. I got a backup plan. If you need
I,
a place to stay when America collapses, you got a brother in India. Come through.
I
You know.
appreciate that, bro. I would. You don't know, but
Yo, bro, I'll get you some chicken tikka masala, some butter chicken, whatever you want. We
yo,
got
Indian food
this.
is delicious, guys. I
Yeah,
love Indian food. Indian food, Thai food, bro. Those curries is delicious. But yeah, Indian food is delicious. And I'm
yeah.
vegetarian, so I pescatarian, so I eat tons of options over there. Um, but hopefully this comes back. Hopefully the stock market comes back, crypto market. Bro, I sold out of mad stocks. I sold out of a lot of positions that were not core positions.
Hmm.
I was I was so wary about it. I sold out of like half my Tesla. I was so happy I did that too. Uh, my Microsoft and Google and Nvidia at the end and Unity and even though I took hits, I was able to save tens of thousands by selling. Just like a month
Hmm.
ago. It's insane. And my
Yeah.
subs were telling me that they're like, Adam, sell, 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 sell. I was like, oh man, I don't want to. Let me sell.
I
It's a
think I
crazy
think
world.
we're definitely in a difficult time right now, but it's opportunities like this where you can make a ton of money if you're able to weather the storm, right? But it depends. You have to know yourself. Like if you're one of those people that like will sell too fast or sell too like or buy in too much, pace yourself. Like one of the reasons why Palantir wasn't as big of a hit on me that was for a lot of people is because I never went all in on Palantir. No matter how great I thought the company was and it was doing, I never went all in. I was always dollar cost averaging, dollar cost averaging. And because of that
Yep.
dollar cost averaging, eventually I got to the point where I made enough to not be like in a big loss in just a small loss. And then I was also options trading on the side to like selling some covered calls, which helped me manage my risk. And that's what dollar cost averaging does. So like right now, I'm looking at Meta, right? Like Facebook. I am I'm debating whether or not I should start DCAing into a position in Meta because I'm hearing a lot of good things. But at the same time, like I still want to see some numbers. I still want to dude, I'm at a point in my life where I've taken my licks. So I'm a lot more cautious than some of the people. Some of the people are still very like, I just need to go all in on this one company and everything's gonna be great. Like I'll end up being a Tesla millionaire. Like, bro, the whole Tesla thing, congrats to anyone who had Tesla. Y'all did really well, but that's like a 1 in 1,000 shot. You got better shot at winning what do you call it?
Lotto?
Winning the lotto than you do of getting one company right with all in, with an all in bet. It's just
Yeah. I'm planning to go in like my guys. I do some options too. My guys are doing options too, and I'm like, yo, I'm just sitting out for 6 months. Once you tell yourself I'm sitting out for a while, and I don't mean sitting out like I sold everything. I'm saying right now I'm chilling. I held my crypto positions, I held my stock positions that I'm very adamant about, and there's less stress on your head. I'm like, should I buy
yeah.
something? Nah, I'm sitting out for 6 months. I'm not worried.
I'm in my 30s and I got grays. That's from the stock market, dude. Yeah,
Bro,
I know. Yeah, yeah, that's right. We're not old guys like, oh my god, like you remember the '90s when we used to blah blah. Like, nah, bro, I was a kid in the '90s. You know,
Bro, this is a brutal game, but I've learned more taking licks right now than anything else, you know?
mhm.
So you gotta go with it, and hopefully you're gonna be a much better investor now than later than you are now,
Here's a
right?
question: what industry are you super bullish on going into, like looking at 2030?
Um, I have to say, in no particular order, I have to say EVs, and then I have to say software like AI, data analytics. I must. I'm also bullish on semiconductors. However, yeah, uh, I there has to be new innovation for the uses because kind of they were running with the Bitcoin miners pretty much. And but yeah, I believe that there's going to be more technology. There's going to be a need for semiconductors for that technology. I believe like the software for digital twins, and I'm not just saying Palantir. I'm saying the Palantir, the Nvidia digital twins, and then Meta can possibly do it. Look, Meta has a really interesting thing. They're fighting against decentralized metaverses. And there's some crazy developers. So a lot of these developers now that are coming, they want to build on blockchain. They want that. Like they don't want to go anywhere but blockchain. And they're just lacking the funds, but there's really a lot of people that are dumping money in there. But anyway, so that's to answer you. Semiconductors, EV or renewable energy. And because when this thing with Russia is over, that's where everything's going to go because they're like, we cannot have this again. That's what's going to happen. And of course, the AI data software. Yourself?
Yeah, I am super bullish on semis, because the one thing that someone told me, and I wish I'd listened to them, was look around you and find all the products that you can't and the world can't live without, right?
Okay.
And for me, it's semiconductors. Like, just think about how important semiconductors are. Like, literally, everything I have in my room has some level of semiconductor in it, whether it's a GPU, CPU, transistor, blah, blah, blah. Every single thing is out there. So I think the semiconductor market is cyclical, and I think we're at the bottom end of that cyclical cycle. Like, one of my friends that I speak to that works at a semiconductor industry, he said, wait 6 months, Chris. After after SPY goes down to 320 and below, buy into semis and just ride semis for like the next 10 years. Because think about it this way: every time you get a new phone, you're getting a new semiconductor. Every time you get a new computer, new semiconductor. If you're getting a new car, dude, cars back in the day used to have 10, 20, 30 chips. Now they have 2,000, 4,000 chips, per car. Huge
So
demand is coming.
anything chip is a semiconductor? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, for the
So
most part,
anything
yeah.
chip is a semi. What about a chip in like a blow dryer? Is that the same thing, or it's like, or is the communication like if it's a Wi-Fi blow, right? Like
So
anything.
each company makes different types of semiconductors that are out there. So here's an example. Like, if you're looking for a Wi-Fi chip, right? Wi-Fi chips are out there. They're made by MediaTek. Like, there's some that are made by MediaTek, some made by another company. Like, there's patents on it, but basically that's a chip, right? That enables devices to have like smart functions. So here's an example. Like this camera right here, right? It's got Wi-Fi in it. Like, 20 years ago, it was just a camera. There was no smart functions in it. But guess what? Now it has a processor in
Is
there.
that the
So
EOS 52?
no, it's a A5 5100.
Got it. I
Sony.
got
Yeah,
I got that too. I got
yeah,
the Wi-Fi ones on the Canons. Yeah,
yeah.
bro, it's beasts.
Everything right now is slowly becoming connected, right? And it's not just Wi-Fi, like wireless, but anything and everything has processors in it. Everything has RAM in it. Everything is getting more and more condensed. So when I look around, I see semiconductors becoming one of those things that enable modern economies. That's why right now the government kind of just out of the government at least did that right, which is the Chips Act, where it was like, hey, listen, we need to kind of start manufacturing these chips at home because if China cuts us off, dude, just just call the ends for America's economy right there. Like, imagine right now the Chinese are building 80-90% of we getting all these semiconductors from Taiwan. If China invades Taiwan tomorrow, dude, we're screwed. So I'm glad that they did this Chips Act thing so that this way enables us to be a little bit more independent with that supply chain. But yeah, I think semiconductors is where I would be super bullish on for 2030. And but the thing is, like, I'm not gonna try to pick winners and losers. I'm just gonna buy the index, so like SOXX. So once I think the bottom is in, I'm just gonna DCA into
When is your
SOXX.
bottom?
So it depends on the industry, right? Because certain industries are going to perform well in certain conditions and other industries won't. Like right now, semiconductors, there's still a lot of discretionary spending that's going to impact them. So here's an example, like less people are buying phones right now because the economy is not good. Less people are buying computers because everyone bought computers during COVID. Less people are buying cars right now, right? Because they might not have money. Like they just lost your job. The first thing is not, oh, let me go buy a new car, right? So one of the things is that if demand is down, typically the industry is also going to go down. So like right now we're looking at the industry kind of like in a downward spiral for semiconductors, but I don't necessarily think we're all the way at the bottom yet. Eventually we're gonna get there, and then it's just gonna be all like, it's gonna be crazy, like the opportunities that we have. And there's so many crazy opportunities that are coming up, like Microsoft, Google. They're all took hits today. Amazon took a hit today. Imagine right
How
now
did Apple do,
Amazon.
by the way?
I don't know. I didn't even bother
Let's
looking.
check. Let's check. If Apple took a hit, I was waiting for Apple to take a hit. It doesn't make sense. No, they're freaking
They're
okay
okay.
after hours.
Now they're still down 1%. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Amazon got handed. Ooh,
Palantir
at
got
least
hit
they were
after
close.
hours.
I think
So the
everyone got
snow
hit right now. Yeah,
because of what? Because of the earnings.
yeah. I don't know, man. I guess. Let me see. Yeah, Snow's been taking a hit too, probably because Amazon took a hit. So more than likely, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, maybe." Like I know for a fact, Snow is not gonna have a good quarter. Like they're still gonna grow really well, but they're just not gonna have like the 100% year over year growth because a lot of companies are probably gonna scale back from utilizing their product. See, that's one of the things that's a negative for Snowflake. Their pay as you go model is is kind of like it's risky because at the end of the day, if you have a contract with Palantir saying, "Oh, you pay them 5 million a year, whether you use the product or not," yay, that's $5 million that are going to come in. Snowflake is like, "No, you pay us what you utilize." Well, companies say, "Well, you know what? The economy is bad right now. We don't want to use you for now, or like use less workloads, run less queries." That's less money that they have to pay Snowflake. Now Snowflake has to take a couple of bad quarters, on its books. But I think they're going to outgrow that. So I'm still buying Snowflake. I don't care. I'm DCing into it.
Hold on, I don't think that they're coming back. I think that was the end of it.
That was it. Maybe they're doing like
Yeah, it
private
says
something.
streamed 52 minutes ago.
All right, so I think they're done. They're probably like,
Yeah,
bro, we gave y'all enough. Got to save something for next year.
yeah. That's why I think Palantir has a real chance to beat this recession because I feel like they're going to bring a lot of value and able to get people some profits.
Dude, they're down like 75%. They didn't beat
I
anything,
No,
man.
no.
I'm
Let
just
me
saying, yeah,
rephrase. Let me
yeah.
rephrase. Right now, when shit is going to get really bad and people are going to be spending less money, I have a feeling that
Mm-hmm.
companies might be like, listen, we need to maximize efficiency of what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what happened to Tyson. And they might use Palantir for the supply chain distributions. And that's why they're pushing
Mm,
it right now.
I would say it's debatable, to be honest with you. I think right now every company is probably scrambling to figure out how to spend less money. And the last thing they're going to want to do is spend money discretionarily. Even if it means the possibility of saving money in the future, they're going to think short term. Businesses and CEOs, CFOs, they all think short term, not long term. And I think that's one of those things and the other thing is the high cost of Palantir. It's not something that's easily palatable. And it's the same thing with Snowflake too. Like a lot of these data transformation companies, they're all utilizing products that are very discretionary in nature, where it's like you don't necessarily need them to run your business operations. You could just run your business the way you're running it right now without any issues. So times that are like in good times, companies like Palantir and Snowflake and Databricks do exceptionally well. But I think during downward cycles, they can also take a pretty significant hit, in terms of growth. So we'll see, though. We'll see.
Listen, let's get out of here. Chris, thank you so much for joining the live. I
Yep.
appreciate always talking to you. And no, don't ever stop texting and commenting. You know, we really do appreciate it. All jokes aside, there's a lot of shit that you know.
One
Um,
day I will get you on the snowflake train. Do not worry, Adam. You're gonna join me in the dark side.
I was, bro. I sold this the day we got our bet.
Why? Why would you do that?
I can't. I'll tell you why. You can't root for non-home team. I'm Palantir.
Dude, come on, man. You can root for the Mets and root for the Yankees at the same time. You
Not if
know?
my bet is on the Yankees and not on the Mets, or vice versa. You know what I mean? The second
Yeah,
the money came in there, I'm like, think about it. You got to be an idiot if you do that. Like, seriously, you can't. You can't. If it's a money bet, you got to go for your home team.
I don't know, dude. I when I'm in Vegas, I don't just bet on like, okay, one thing. Like, no, I hedge, dude. That's how you make money. You gotta hedge your things. Like, dude, I'm telling you, Palantir and Snowflake have the opportunity to become really big. I just think Snowflake has a better opportunity in the short term, right? And I think the market will value it as such, and I'll be able to, use the gains that I have from Snowflake to maybe possibly buy Palantir. Once Carp goddamn wakes up and says, let's make a goddamn scalable modular product, I get so upset every single fucking earnings. Because this dude is like, nah, we have the greatest product, but we're gonna keep it we're gonna keep it fucking like small. Like, dude, give it out to people. Let people use it. People will fucking
That's
love it.
hilarious.
I'm hoping the coach strap, because he's gonna be on tomorrow night, right? He announces like, guess what, guys? I finally figure out I convinced Palantir to give a fucking freemium product so everyone could try it. Like, dude, I would love that. You know.
Oh man. I
Yeah.
will talk to you later. Guys, I'm
Later,
out of
man.
here. Don't forget, I just put up a brand new Palantir video, guys. Go watch it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye bye.
Take care, guys. Have a good one.